Good morning, everyone. Welcome, 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 Reverend Sheila Tillich. We're so excited to be back here with you again. We were not here last week, and as always, we miss you. But life
Thank you.
happens. Life happens. So, yeah, we're here. We want to talk about the higher frequency, what it's like to live in the higher frequency, and it kind of piggybacks on the video I did a couple of weeks ago on protection and why we don't have to really worry about it the way we used to and why that's different. So I'm excited that Sheila's here to help us explain that and understand it. And before we get started, though, Sheila, I was really scared this week that I'd missed your Lightworkers Connection Circle. So I was excited to get your email with kind of the dates for what's coming up. So do you want to give me a rundown so I can add things to my calendar?
Absolutely. So now, it was through the poll that we decided to change the actual day of the Lightworkers Connection Circle. It's actually on Tuesday nights now, at 8 o'clock from 8 to 9:30. And yes, it's this Tuesday, which is the 16th. I'm very excited about that. It's going to be about thankfulness and gratitude. So this is the time to think about all that. So I'm very excited to be able to have it this Tuesday. And also next weekend, I have my intensive IET workshop. All right. So that's the one that you do all three levels at the same time, which is really, really cool. And that's the one that Melissa, you did. Yeah. So that's next weekend. So that's coming up. So I'm very excited about that. So there is a couple slots left for that if you're interested in doing that. And also there's payment plans. So, there's always those options and stuff. And what a great way to bring in the holidays, isn't it? Is to be able to be in touch with the angels
No, seriously.
and know
Seriously.
how to heal yourself or understand yourself,
And honestly,
especially
Sheila,
in
yeah,
this
I
new
think that would be
frequency.
like the best gift you could give yourself. Seriously, if you're someone that's really been on the fence about doing this and you just feel like maybe it is too much of an expense or it's the wrong time of year, it's the
Yeah,
right time of year.
yeah,
Give
eh,
yourself that gift and then go into the holiday season knowing that you can handle the energies, you can handle the toxicity, you can handle the pressure. You've got it because you've got this modality now that you can go home and you can reset yourself. So yeah,
yeah,
Sheila,
yeah, yeah.
totally,
And
totally.
eh, and also, if you haven't signed up for my newsletter yet, please do. SheilaTillich.com. Just go there and sign up. It's coming out in another couple of days. I'm going to be offering gift cards and also more special discounts or special offers for you for the holidays, especially for your loved ones, but also for yourself. It's all about yourself.
That's
That's
it.
so key because as you change yourself, your whole world changes. And that's what this new higher frequency is all about. Correct, Melissa?
Yes, yes, it is. And, I'm 4 classes deep into my latest intuitive guidance course. We've got one class left, which is always sad. But that's what we've been talking about is the higher frequency and really helping all of my students to understand that kind of the old belief systems can be kind of set aside because now with this new energy and we're all vibrational frequency, what is that? And really what it is moving yourself up that emotional scale, up that emotional chart, because all those emotions correlate with the different frequencies, which is why the Hertz music all hits you at different points. But yeah, and it's why we don't have to worry or be afraid about being around people who might be a little toxic or be around situations that didn't feel good in the past because now we're vibrating out of that.
Exactly. And this is especially during this time, during the holidays time, where it's hard to stay in that higher frequency, because of the programming or the traditions or the people that you're going to be around. So it's a very important time to talk about all this, about how do you stay in the higher frequency, you know and of course we talk about these tools all the time, the things that we do, of course our meditations and stay around people that are like-minded. But it is such an awesome time during the holidays to actually put your beautiful higher frequency out to those who've never been around it before, or those who have a relationship with you, and now that you're in a higher frequency, you can show them a new way. And that's what being a light worker is. And it's been happening to all of us this past couple of years, the recalibration into this higher frequency. And what does that mean? So,
Yeah, and it says
I
higher
say
frequency.
you
Yeah, we're
froze.
good. Yeah, the connection's a little wonky.
It's okay.
It's yeah, we just roll with the punches, folks. We don't let it throw us. Good
No,
morning, Lori. Good morning, Cynthia.
Cynthia.
Hello,
Hello,
Lisa.
Lisa.
If you're joining us, I just shared us to all kinds of platforms. So if you're joining us and the first time you're meeting us, please check out the description box. It does give you each of our websites so you can go and find out more information about us. But really, what we like to do is we like to have a conversation with you. So, as much as we like talking to each other, we could do that all day long, but we like talking to you also. So, what I would invite you to do is today we're going to talk about higher frequency and what that means to you, especially in this really, for some people, it is a tough time of year. For some people, it is very difficult because
Exactly.
you are going to be in group settings. You are going to be around people that maybe you kind of shy away from the rest of the year. And how do you navigate that? How do you navigate that in a way that you can go away feeling good about your interaction? So if you have questions about that, we really invite you to put the questions in the chat box because that's the conversation we want to have. As much as we love talking to each other, we are here to talk to you. So
Absolutely. So, good morning, Lisa Burke, all the way from Arizona. Woohoo! And Cynthia's from California. Hello. Tea for everyone. That's right. Absolutely. So, we have coffee and tea right here. I have tea and
yes,
Melissa has coffee. So, it is
I do.
coffee. It is coffee with Sheila and Melissa, but we love being here today.
We really do. So Sheila, I know for myself, I've had to be very careful. And there was actually a couple of years when I was really in my awakening process that I actually stepped back from going to the holidays, going back to the group gatherings because I just didn't feel like I could handle it because I wasn't in the right mindset. I wasn't in the right frequency yet. So, what are some tips or tricks you could give people if they're finding that they're still having fear about being in certain situations or around certain people?
Oh, Stephanie. Hello, Stephanie. Stephanie just coming. Well, it's always about going within, and the power that you have within. And I talk about that all the time. It's because it's the innate, it's the inner wisdom, and on the light workers, we talked about that a couple of weeks ago. And it's wonderful because it's in the energy field. And matter of fact, Cryon talked about that at the same time I did. And I planned it 3 months before. And that's how things come out. It's in the energy field. So there's many things that we can do to step into our divineness, and mostly it's to listen, to go within, and as you are evolving in this higher frequency, it is understandable that the fear that you have is old programming, right? So think of going within and asking, for direction, asking for the wisdom. And the fire frequency is there, the ascension is there, meaning your innate and your ability to tap into this higher frequency or your wisdom. All right, going within. Um, Yes, light workers. Oh, thank you. You just put that in there. Thank you very much. Yes. So this actual Tuesday for the light workers connection, we're going to be talking about gratitude and thankfulness, and we're going to talk about this frequency. About going around loved ones and how do you do that. And many of us have started to see the change in ourselves, and many of them are going to see the change in us. And I always love what our dear Cryon says is don't be weird around them, just shine your light, because you are that higher frequency. And so we talked about protection, right? And a lot of people say, just protect me. It's you talking to yourselves and saying, I am the light and I'm going to shine brightly. You putting those verbal actual vibrations out into the field makes all the difference in the world. As soon as you even walk into the door, that's what you can do. When you're going to be around people that aren't like-minded, people that you have an old relationship with that's not very good, or the old programming and patterns come up into your head, the fear sets in, you know, go within, talk to yourselves, or command yourselves, I am the light and I shine brightly. And by just saying those things out loud or inside, you actually vibrate that frequency out so that they see the difference in you. they actually can feel the difference in you. And that's what it's about, us doing our work as light workers, is that we can make a difference.
We really can. And it's about setting that intention that you're just going to stay in that high vibrational frequency. And I know for myself that, you have to give yourself permission to, kind of edge out of a conversation you don't feel is in the direction that you would want to be in. Or, help do things that keep you kind of moving, because when you get stagnant in these group settings, that's when the fear can really get to you. So if you kind of, use that internal dialogue and keep moving physically, that will really help you to keep your vibration high. And Sheila, I just want to go back and kind of piggyback on, you mentioned gratitude. And I talk about this all the time because for those of us that are in the lower part of our journey, where maybe we just started learning about frequency, or we're just learning how to heal some of our traumas and dramas that have been holding our back, the issues in our tissues. Um, and we're just starting that journey. For some of us, it can be really hard to feel the high frequency. It can really be hard to feel like I can get to a place where things feel better. And using the gratitude journal is one of the ways that you can kind of shoot right up that frequency mode to help yourself pull yourself out of wherever you are. So, it's one of those things too, where, as you're going into a situation or you're going into a setting, just use some gratitude, 5 minutes before, sit in the car for a couple minutes and, just bring the gratitude in and feel the waves of love that come through with that gratitude. And, just be grateful for being able to be there, and be grateful for all the positive interactions you're going to have, and be grateful for the love that you're going to share, and really help yourself elevate the frequency. So when you walk in, that's what they feel. They feel the
Yeah.
love. They don't feel the
Yeah.
fear.
Well, yeah. And to prepare yourself too, excuse me, is do the heart math. Do the heart math compassion, where you're connecting with that higher frequency in your heart, you know, the heart and the brain, and come from gratitude and compassion. And what you can do is also, when you're walking in, those people know you in a different light, and the old light, and now you're shining the new light. And so when they get into discussions, where they want to pull you into the negativity, right? Go to your heart and say, I'm grateful for my life. I'm grateful for them. And don't get in the middle of their discussions. You don't have to comment. And when you don't comment is when they really notice things have changed in you. Right.
Yeah.
And that's the sucking. That's the old patterns where we get into the dramas in everything in our life. We get sucked in. Those are the old beliefs. That's where working with your own issues in your tissues, understanding why do you have to say the things? Why do you have to defend yourself? Where is this coming from? They don't understand me. And so it's the inner work that goes inside. Coming from gratefulness and joy and compassion by feeling it in your heart, but also thinking it in your brain. That's heart math. And that's so easy to just take the deep breaths, breathe in and breathe out, and think of joyful things, grateful things, compassion. And that's when you start to have that compassionate field around you. That's the vibrational field.
Yeah,
Good
no,
morning.
that's so important. So good morning, Thomas,
Yeah.
and good morning, Joanna.
Yes.
Oh,
Wonderful. Johanna, would you like to share? Yes, yes. Elisa, it's issues in your tissues. That's exactly what integrated energy therapy is. That's what I'm a trainer on. So I train the masters for integrated energy therapy. So issues in your tissues, the fear, your anger, your loneliness, your shame, your distrust. And it's all about your relationships. First of all, with yourself, and your
mhm.
relationships with others, and how you relate to others. And you start to change when you start to do the IET work. Your vibrational field changes. Your DNA, your 24th chromosome, your 12 spiritual strands of your chromosomes come to life, but how your innate comes alive. Your 24th chromosome comes alive. That's the wisdom, and that's where the angels come into play. And we all know that they're higher source. They're messengers of God, and that's what we use. So wonderful. Johanna, would you like to share? She says, great changes in my life from Unity Field Healing IET. Thank you. Wow. And Johanna's in South Carolina, I believe, right now. And good morning, Thomas. He had a birthday yesterday. Happy birthday,
Happy birthday,
Thomas.
Thomas. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, that's I don't know what to say.
I know. Yeah,
No,
yeah. It's all about us changing inside, and how can we
thank
change
you.
ourselves?
That's what I
And
was thinking.
right, and how do we look at people differently? All right, and especially we're in those situations that our people are not like minded. They're in the lower frequency, or they're still in their old trauma and drama. They're still in the old way of living. They don't understand you. That's why we need to not come as weird, as Cryan always says, and come from love and compassion. And that's where HeartLink can do that. The HeartLink connection of compassion and joy and gratitude and appreciation for your life. Think of yourself from a year ago where you were with these people, and think of you where you are now. And if you need to keep that the focus of your gratitude. Johanna, go ahead.
So, yes, last year I was in a relationship that didn't match my heart. I started working with Sheila and Melissa and felt quantum deep expansion healing, step by step, day by day. And now I'm in North Dakota visiting my spirit guide's physical family. UHF and IET works. That's beautiful. I'm so happy
Absolutely.
you're happy, honey. I'm so happy you're safe. I'm so happy you're happy. I'm so happy for you and grateful to be on this journey with you.
Okay, wonderful. Thomas, put that up. Oh my goodness. Yes, that's wonderful.
It's
Yes.
all about us changing. I've picked up light language over the last 1 to 2 weeks after the fire walking throat chakra clearing I did.
Oh, we got
Woohoo!
to talk about that. Let's talk about that. So, Thomas and me, with about 24 other people, we experienced a fire walk, which I had. It was a joint event with my Lemurian Sisterhood and my Lightworkers Connection. So we had both genders there. And it was amazing about stepping into the power that you had, clearing things that no longer serve you. And Thomas is right. He was able to walk those fire, and now the things are opening. That reminds me of what Adirondha told my group back in June of last year. Johanna, about things that changes and the light language that comes through. Once you start to clear that stuff, all these things open up for you. And Johanna and Thomas, that's wonderful seeing the both of you grow. Oh my God, Tommy, light language, that's amazing. That's right. After the firewalk was amazing. All I can tell you, it's powerful. And we are having another one May 7th of next year. And then we're also having one in the fall. We haven't picked a date yet for that, but that's coming up. So watch for my events on Sheila.com, SheilaTillich.com. So watch for that. All right. Yeah, it is from our soul. Absolutely. Absolutely. And she was actually on 2 nights ago, the double digits Adirondha, which is awesome. Yeah. So a lot of us follow Adirondha too. I'm looking at all the things that are coming up here.
I
Go
know
ahead.
this is great. I love the conversation. I love the conversation. That's what we're here, guys. That's what. So you say,
Wonderful.
yeah, I'm speaking it all the time now. That is beautiful, and that's what getting in that higher frequency will do. Is it will open you up. It will open you up to communication to spirit. It will open you up to light language. It'll open you up to channeling. It'll open you up to your higher self. It'll open you up to consciousness and really moving into the 5D consciousness, which is the higher frequency field that we're all being guided to, because that is the shift of the energy of the planet, not just us humans. So this is big energy, guys. And if you really feel like you're going through something that you don't completely understand or know what it's all about, that would be when to kind of contact Sheila or myself to really have a conversation to say, hey, this is what I'm experiencing. Where should I go from here? And I know that both Sheila and I do offer a free discovery call. So that is something that you would be able to do for no charge, because really it's about figuring out where on this journey you are and then where to go from there. Are you needing healing? Are you needing classes? Are you needing, you know, support? So that's why we're here. That's why we come to you every Saturday that we can to have these conversations.
Absolutely.
So
Johanna?
that's yeah. Oh, thanks, Johanna. She's so yeah. I did a card reading this morning on my page. If you didn't see it, my grandbaby's here with me, and she ended up on camera because she wasn't staying content. But that's okay, baby. Do that. Um, so good morning, Dana. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, Lisa, it does sound amazing. And I wasn't able to go to the fire walk this fall. So I'm looking forward to being there in the spring. I know that it's going to be powerful. I know it's going to be transformative. And I know that every time we're brought to something, it's the right time. So, as much as I was disappointed to not be able to do it with the ladies and gentlemen this time, I know that when I do it, it'll be the right time for me and the right people will be involved. So, never feel like you need to get something quickly. You know, urgency is fear energy. So if something doesn't fall in your life in the moment that you want it to or when you want it to, just know that it will when it's the right time.
Right. Go ahead and put Samantha. Yeah.
I'm new and I've been having anxiety a lot, but I keep seeing helicopters and I'm needing healing. But sometimes I swear I can hear my Dustin. He passed away to tell me he's here with me, but in a whispering voice to calm me down. This year has been hard for me. And Samantha, that's what I will say. When spirit comes in, honey, they will come in the way you need them to. And so when he comes in, he's coming in softly so he doesn't scare you and so that you can understand, see, and know and hear that he is with you. And so what I would say is um, when you're having the anxiety, you know, really look into any kind of breathing technique, look into tapping, taking your fist and making a flat fist and finding your sternum. I'm actually going to take this down so you can see what I'm doing. Find your sternum. Actually, if you tap on here, quite not. It's like you're. It's not light. It's a little like you feel it, like you mean it. Okay,
Mhm.
and you do it and you do it and you do it, and I would say a good couple of minutes. But what that does is it activates your sympathetic nervous system so that your body will normally bring down the hormones that are activating that anxiety. So I know there's many books out there on tapping and there's other
Oh,
parts you can tap, but to be honest with you, if you just simply tapped on your sternum a couple of minutes every time your anxiety was overwhelming you, you will feel the difference. You will
and
feel the relief.
that'll be a good trip. Something you can do when you're with your family members when the anxiety starts to take over. We're in that frequency. Just tap in or just hold on to it and tap. Yeah, you can do that too.
Yeah. So, I
Love
mean,
it. Tapping is wonderful. I've been doing that for years, learned that years ago. And it's like, and it's all about the innate. It's about physically doing something, all right, to change that frequency, but making that sympathetic and neurosympathetic the actual connection with your vibrational field and changing it, just like what you do in heart math. The more you do it, the more you can change it and open the frequency to more the higher consciousness. It's all about the frequency. So many things that we can do besides the breath work, you know, the breathing with heart math, of course, the tapping, also bringing your hands together here, bringing the energy through with your hands, rubbing it. You know, all those are little tips. And of course, at IET, we know how to connect with the angels in a special way, which we learned about that. Those are all tools that you can use anytime, and nobody knows you're doing it. However, your innate knows, your inner cells know, your body knows, your intuition knows, everything knows.
so what I wanted, I'll share another tip with you. This is what I do. And if you know me in real life, you've probably seen this and you didn't know why I was doing it, but this is what I do. So in energy, when you can feel energy, if you rotate your hands in like a backward movement, and what it does is it builds energy. It builds energy that you can then clear your energy field with. And so many times when I'm in a situation where I'm feeling a little overwhelmed or I'm feeling a little stressed out, I just start rubbing my hands together because I'm building that positive energy and it's affecting me positively and I'm feeling better. And then I can go back into being more high vibrational. I'm not letting the fear or the situation negatively impact me the way that it would have previously. So I think, we've given you a lot of like tips and tricks today, but take the one that resonates with you guys. Take one that you can really kind of do very easily whenever you're feeling like, whew, I don't want to be here right now. How the hell do I get out of this? Don't just,
I
just
love
rub
it.
your hands together, do
We're
the
telling
tap.
all our tricks, Melissa. Well, that's what it's about. That's what we're here to help you, especially when you're in the middle of a conversation that you're very uncomfortable with. It's like, and it's triggering those old patterns, those old issues in your tissues. Or also you can actually see the other person getting very flighty or whatever. So because you're still doing that to yourself, you're changing your frequency, and they're going to feel it. Everybody feels the energy, which is cool. And of course, as light workers, that's what we do, right? We shine a
Yeah,
light brightly, and we help others shine. Always give it away to keep it.
that's it. That's it. That's it.
Shine,
Yeah.
shine,
So
shine.
thank you, Lisa. I think today is a good conversation. I totally agree with you. So Samantha, what I just want to say, honey, is that yes, there will be people around you that will completely support your journey, and there will be other people that will be afraid of your journey, and it's their fear that will make them maybe be a little critical or judgmental, or say things that just aren't kind. So unfortunately, sometimes we have to let people go in the way that they need to go on their journey. And you just have to leave them there with love. And some may return to your experience when they're ready, and some may not. But just know that the journey that you're on will bring you the people that you need when it's the right time. So don't feel like you're going to be left out in the cold in any way. It's just a shift. You're making a shift, and it's a good shift. And all you can do is pray and let those people go on their journey. And again, love them where they are, but keep doing you.
Yeah, that could be a nice conversation. And next time we meet, letting others go.
Yeah,
And it's
absolutely.
hard. It's a hard one, especially at the holiday time.
Yeah.
It's like, and also put yourself out there for others that don't have families. That's very important. Matter of fact, last year we couldn't go to Albany because one of our family members thought they had COVID, so we canceled that. And so I invited other people in, and shared my Thanksgiving with them. That's what you
Yes.
do. You
Yes.
share. Yeah, you
Yes.
be there for other people. Yes.
Oh, you're
Yes.
welcome. You're welcome, everyone. So,
Thank you.
thank you all for being here. Sheila, you talked about Like Workers Connection Circle on the 16th. All of her events are at sheilatillich.com/events. Sheila, other than the IET session weekend that you have coming up, is there anything else going on that you'd like to highlight before we go?
Always, always. All
I
right,
know.
so
That's
I
why I
know,
asked.
I know, I know, it's on it. So November 22nd is actually my Lemurian Sisterhood sacred circle, and it's going to be great because we have an astrologer, all right, Annie Rutgers. She is actually a host from actual Arizona. Also, she's going to be giving us join us for that. Check out my events on sheilatillich.com, and that's going to be really, really awesome. Great preparing us as we go forward, especially until the holidays. And of course, in December, I will be having my winter solstice also. And we're going to have guest speaker, shaman, Tressa Schaefer. And we all know our beautiful Tressa.
Yeah.
We all know our Tressa. So she's awesome. She teaches all over the world too, people. So you don't want to miss that one. Women, beautiful star sisters, young ones, young and old, come and be in the vibration of this beautiful energy that we have now.
Awesome. So thank you all for being here today. If you want any information about me, it's guidance311.com. Right now, I do have a coupon for the IET session, whether you want to do a new one or whether you want to do another one. That is there, Heal 2021. We'll get you 25% off one session. I also have a package for 3 sessions because it's not a one and done. And so that does save you $100
Ever.
over 3 sessions. And anytime you want a reading with me, anytime you want a healing session, and classes are coming up in the spring. If you are looking to step into your evidentiary mediumship, I am offering that in the spring. So we got a lot going on, both of us. So take a look at the description box for our websites. And guys, thank you for being here today. Thank you, Sheila, for joining me. And
Thank you, Melissa.
we love you. We send you lots of light and love, everyone. Have a beautiful rest of your day, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.